of sketchy people out there in the market. I do not think Josh is one of those people. I think he's got a really good product. I just want to better understand it before I give my stamp of approval. And again, he's got my email, so if you guys want to share this with him, if he'll send that stuff over, I'd love to review it with my attorneys, get mine and his attorneys on a call, and make sure that it is as good as it looks like it is. So that's where I'm at with that. But great guy. I think he has super genuine. He wants to help people. I think his heart's in the right spot. And again, I think the product, based on everything I've seen, looks fantastic. But I got to get my attorneys to give me the golden stamp on it before I say, yes, that is exactly what you should do type stuff. Kingdom Within Me. Always love the name. They say, send some assets from my wallet to the bank account. Now, high quantum risk. Yeah, if you've exposed the outward key, it has a higher propensity to be hacked by a quantum wallet, according to David Schwartz. Which again, I don't pretend to understand any of that stuff. I'm just learning from people that are smarter than me, which I consider David extremely intelligent. He says, if I send the remaining assets to brand new wallet, is brand new wallet a high quantum risk, or is quantum tracking assets from one? So they could track from the old one to the new one, for sure. It's on a public blockchain. It would be difficult to do. But until that other key is exposed, they would have a difficult time because there would only be one endpoint to be able to define and figure out the code and be able to get in there. So it's when you've sent and received from the same wallet that it exposes it to that risk. If it's just been sent to, it should be pretty quantum resistant. Tim Jabu, excuse me, he says, hello, sir. If a item is tokenized and the token is $1 and the item is $1 million, it would take 1 million tokens. What if the value of the token or the item changed? Carbon One and DAG customer. So the example I could give you would be of tokenizing SPVs. So we're looking at that with Syndicately. We've talked about that a lot of times. The issuer of the tokens would define the number of tokens, very similar to like shares in a company. So if you had an NFT and you were to issue 1 million shards of the NFT, like you're talking about, where it's $1 million item and it's worth $1. If the item appreciated, each one of those subsidiary, each one of those fractions or tokens would also increase in the same value. So if the total value of the item went to 1.3 million, every token